Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off the Pyrite Colosseum, winning the final two challenges, and honestly the best prize we got was TM31, so we now had Brick Break, which I just immediately taught to Sneasel, because realistically Sneasel needed another move. And speaking of Sneasel, I also have a protein in my bag that I'm going to use on it, just to get a tiny boost to its physical attacks. Now, I want to take the EXP share off Octillery, put it on Meganium, and put Meganium at the front of the party. To be totally honest, I should probably put more focus on Umbreon than anything else, because Umbreon is starting to fall really far behind. But at the same time, I will manage. Okay, so, pretty much plan for today's episode is, I don't know how far I'm going to go with it, but I'm going to go back through this building, and then I also want to go back through the cave where we fought Mirakle at the end, because I know that there is a secret fight that appears if you go back in there. But we'll get to that when we get to that. To be totally honest, I don't know how I'm going to approach a structure for these, because I feel like, since, like I said, I did the pre-gym, then I did 2 episodes on the Phoenix Colosseum, then I did 2 on the Pyrite Colosseum, now I have this one, then the cave would probably be 1 or 2 more, that'd be like 8 episodes or something, so I don't know. This is kind of me just thinking out loud. This is kind of me just thinking out loud as I'm recording these. I'm recording them as individual episodes, but I might do like all of... No, it'd be 7, because I think I did Phoenix Colosseum in 1 episode. Anyway, yeah, I think it would still be like 5 or 6 episodes. I might kind of... And I might edit them together, so it'd be like just a... And I just dropped my controller, that isn't great. But yeah, I don't know, I might edit it together so it's like 3 episodes as opposed to like 6. Because honestly, I feel like I'd be kind of handicapping... Not handicapping, I feel like I would be doing what's the word for it? Unintentional potential damage by just having by just doing like 7 or 8 episodes in a row where I don't really make any progress. But I don't know, I'll figure it out as I go. So pretty much, you might see 2 or 3 long episodes, or you might see like 6 or 7 kind of normal length ones. I don't know, I will figure that one out as I go. Okay, so now we also have to fight Roller Boy Pike again. And I know what his game is. He's going to attack me with Noctowl and Tailo. And this Noctowl is going to go for Fly turn 1, because it always does. And I am not going to get bamboozled into it, not again. So what I'm going to do is I'll Aurora Beam into it, just on the off chance. And of course, the one time the Quick Claw just procs, the one time that it would have been great if I'd actually targeted the Noctowl is the one time it Okay. Fortunately for me, now as long as the Quick Claw doesn't proc again, I should be able to just blast this Noctowl. And of course, the Quick Claw procced again. I feel like I must just have some kind of incredible luck. I don't know, I feel like I must have some form of incredible luck to be able to consistently do that. Is it good luck or bad luck if I get the good... Is it good luck or bad luck if I get good luck at a bad time? Good question. Like, I guess that's technically bad luck, because while it is a good thing happening, it's a time where I don't need it. Anyway, Noctowl doesn't do a whole lot of damage, it's kind of just buying a whole lot of time. And Thunderbolt just blasts it out of the sky. Technically it had just landed, but whatever. So, pretty much the plan for today's episode, once again, is I'm just going to make my way back through this building, and Meganium should... Okay, I'll take the EXP share off Meganium when it hits level 42 or 43, I think. Also, if nothing else, I'll get a bit more money. I mean, I say that, I feel like having done all of the Colosseum challenges, I say that I still need to do the ones at the under, but I think that'll be... But I honestly don't know if I could win those currently, because I know those are like mid-level 50s. They're like mid-level 50s up towards level 60, and I think one person in one of them has like a Ninetales and a Politoed and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure that they get pretty tough. Also, maybe I shouldn't lead with Octillery, mostly because eventually Octillery will get super high level. Or maybe I should lead with Espeon to get some more EXP on that so it can get Psychic. I don't know. I'll figure that one out as I go. Either way, the EXP share will be staying on Meganium until at least level 42, maybe 43. Okay, I'm going to Bubble Beam and Razor Leaf. Hopefully the Razor Leaf doesn't miss. Okay, quad effective stab. Doesn't one-shot the Pupitar. Interesting. Okay, there we go. We take out the Barboach in one, but Barboach isn't exactly a particularly offensive or defensive Pokemon. Barboach is kinda just here. And he also has a Carvanha. So if this guy came at me with, whatchamacallit, if he had Whiscash, Sharpedo, and Tyranitar, he could actually be kind of a problem. Oh, I guess Octillery critted. Nice, cool. And Pupitar buys time, because of course it does. I feel like this happens every single time I fight a Pokemon. Like, I feel like anytime I fight a ground type, it lives on a tiny bit of health and then just goes for dig. Also, the reason I'm doing this instead of going and making progress is because, to be totally honest, in between episodes I went over to Realgam Tower and tried fighting the bosses. It did not go well. And by that I mean I managed to beat one or two of them, but it was extremely close. And then there is the other two, and I just could not beat them at my current level. I think I probably could if I just spammed revives and stuff. But honestly, I'd rather do all of this grinding now and end up maybe a little over-leveled for a short bit of time. Also, I'm pretty sure this guy has a Magnemite, so that's why I'm putting Sneasel front. But yeah, I'd rather be over-leveled for a short amount of time, and I've done all of that, so I can then just kind of knock out all of Realgam Tower in one go, as opposed to getting about halfway through, then having to run back and do all of this. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, because the end of this game is pretty intense, mostly because just leveling up takes seemingly forever. Honestly, my main thought is my absolute kingdom to have Lucky Egg in this game. The Lucky Egg would be so nice to have in this game. And I'm sure, you know, once you beat the game, you can probably trade one in if you got one in Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. But still. Actually, fun fact, aside from when I... Actually, no, I have traded from this game before. Wait, have I? It might have been, like, one or two things. Because I remember I wanted to get a few of the weird Pokemon you could get from this game. Because there are basically some of the Shadow Pokemon. I don't remember if it's also in Colosseum, but I know that in this game's sequel, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, you get some special Pokemon that are Shadow Pokemon that when you, purify them, they'll get moves that they won't normally gain access to. I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can get, like, extra sensory on, I want to say it's, like, Ultrace or something. Like, I know that there's special ones. I have the guide for that game somewhere. I also have the guide for Colosseum, which, honestly, the one for Colosseum is, like, within arm's reach. I probably won't need it, because I've been through this building before. And also, it is riddled with errors, and also it's kind of falling apart, because I got it in 2004 when I got the game. But yeah, it is kind of just full of errors, I know that the final fight of this game, I'm pretty sure it's like mid-level 60s or something. Yeah, and the guide is just like, no, it's mid-level 80s. And I'll be totally honest, if I had to do grinding all the way up to like level 80 in this game, I think I would quit. I would not finish this game if I had to do all the grinding all the way up to level 80. That would be agonizingly slow. Okay, so this guy, I believe, had some electric types, and so I'll put Espeon out front, why not? I know I keep saying, hey, I should use Umbreon, then proceeds to not use Umbreon. And speaking of electric types, since they only have one weakness, this kind of works as a decent, I say a decent segue, it doesn't really. Anyway, in between episodes, I also went and did a quick little investigation just to see what kind of hidden power all of my Pokemon had. And after a fair bit of experimenting and just kind of testing things on various types, Octillery has hidden power Ground, Espeon has hidden power Poison, Ampharos has hidden power Flying, Umbreon has Electric, Meganium has Rock, and Sneasel has Steel, and Meganium wants to learn Light Screen. I will take that over Sunny Day. Honestly, I probably should have kept Sunny Day, because when I fight Ein again, he'll probably still have a Rain Dance team. But yeah, I ended up not going with any of the hidden powers, because honestly, most of them are physical types. Well, actually, all of them. All of them, with the exception of Umbreon's, are physical types. And while Sneasel could get somewhat decent use out of it, while Sneasel having HP Steel could come in handy, I'm pretty sure in this gen, Steel is only super effective on Rock and Ice. And realistically, I already have Brick Break, which is... Sorry, no wait, Steel is super effective only on Rock and Ice in this gen. Fairy type doesn't exist yet. And if I have... And, just Brick Break is generally better, because that also gives me super effective on Dark types. And normal types, for that matter. Okay, so... Our next opponent is... You know what, I'll just keep Espeon out. I'll keep Espeon out for it, and it does enough damage. I don't think I need to worry about it. Okay, Ryder Raleen, what do you have? You have... Doduo and Ledian. Weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure that there's a guy out in Dual Square. I think he's the guy who had the Shadow... Yeah, it's the guy who had the Shadow Noctowl. I'm pretty sure he would also have this exact same team. So I'm just going to double in on Valedian. Honestly, I probably should have gone for a return if I'm targeting Valedian, because it has a lot of special defense. But at the same time, I have a level differential in my favor, and also Espeon hits like a train, so Espeon does not care. And of course, we got a that might have been an unnecessary crit, but hey, who knows? I'll be honest, I'm not running damage calcs or anything, because realistically, I don't really see much point in doing so. I don't think I'm in any particular danger, and also I'm not doing a nuzlocke. I'm not doing a nuzlocke of a ROM hack or anything where it'd be stupid hard. I'm not doing Radical Red or anything where I feel like in that scenario, maybe it's definitely more encouraged. Either way, Espeon just continues to blast things and gets very little EXP. So yeah, once again, the EXP share is coming in super handy. Swablu does next to no damage. Also, fun fact, of all of these Pokemon that we fought in this battle should have been evolved. Now that I think about it, almost everything I've fought in this building should have been evolved. So realistically, that should have been an Altaria and... that should have been Altaria, Dodrio, and... but, okay, still should have been a Ledian, but the other two should have been evolved. Okay, so, what do you have next? Didn't have a Shadow Pokemon this time? Okay, what do you have, buddy? Okay, I think maybe I should switch Espeon to the back. You know what? No. No, I'll stick with it. And realistically, if I need to, I can just run back downstairs, and because I haven't left the town... Because since I haven't left Pyrite Town, I don't need to worry about having to fight Pike again if I go back down. However, at the same time, I think there's only 2 or 3 fights left in this building before I reach the roof. So I feel like I might be able to just power through. But at the same time, if Meganium gets knocked out, I would want to run back so I don't waste the EXP share, EXP. However, now if I lead with Espeon and Meganium, I can set up dual screens, which could come in super handy. Because, dual screens are always pretty nice to have. Psybeam does decent damage to Celio, Razor Leaf is enough to finish that off now. Celio has a decent chunk of health, so it should give a lot of EXP, I think. And it doesn't do all that much to Snorunt, but that's fine. 267 and 801. 801 is kinda nice. And he didn't send out another Pokemon, so he only has 2. And honestly, even at -1 speed, I imagine Espeon still outspeeds. and that won't do all that much. That is... Okay, I didn't think that would do all that much, but I... Okay, let me try words again. I didn't think that would do all that much, but I'm kind of surprised by how little it actually did. There we go, that's the combination of words I was looking for. Okay, so Snowrunt goes down, and this guy is defeated. And Meganium will probably hit level 42 from the next battle, so I'm pretty happy with that. Because after that, I think it's just one more level, because everything is roughly level 43. Is it? Okay, then I'll hit 42, then I might switch to Ampharos or Umbreon. Because realistically, I should train Umbreon. Umbreon probably needs it most. And honestly, okay, if I'm being totally realistic, I should probably use that TM I got for Toxic and teach that to Umbreon. Because Umbreon being a wall, it can take hits really well, and I would be able to put things on a timer. So I feel like Toxic Umbreon might be the play. As I know that's, Toxic Stall Umbreon, I know that that's a thing all unto itself. But I feel like that could come in pretty handy. Psybeam just blasts Gloom, one-shots at Seadra. Seadra probably won't knock me out in one, and I can get a light screen set up. And in comes a Sand Slash. Okay. I will say, I do like Sand Slash, and honestly, I would love to be more concerned about that than I am. But realistically, pretty much everything that this Seadra is going to do will be a special move. So effectively going for Dragon Dance was effectively just performative. Unless this thing carries Sludge Bomb or something, but I don't remember if I can even learn that. Either way, Psybeam just crits and knocks it out in one. Meganium gets a level up, and now Razor Leaf probably doesn't one-shot unless it crits. Never mind! Actually, yeah, Sand Slash's special defense is not all that. But hey, I'll take 1000 EXP, that's very nice. Okay, so, now we got to move on to the final person before we get to the roof, and I believe, if I recall correctly, this person has a Cacnea and a Tentacool? I'm pretty sure they have Cacnea and Tentacool. But hey, we will figure that one out in just a moment, won't we? Well, there's Cacnea, and there's a Tentacool, so hey, I guess I remembered their team. Although, do they have a third Pokemon? I feel like they should have a Fire type. No, wait, I think I said this the last time, I think they... No? Okay. I could have sworn they had a third Pokemon. Anyway, I feel like they should add a third Pokemon and just have... I know, what would be a nice third Pokemon for them? Maybe a Houndour? A Houndour might be a nice... yeah, that could be a nice addition to their team. I'm trying to think what other fire types would be available, but realistically, I think having... Yeah, Cacturn, Houndoom, and Tentacruel, that could be a pretty solid team. Maybe a Rapidash? Well, more accurately, it would be a Ponyta here. Because, realistically, how many fully evolved Pokemon am I seeing in this game so far? The answer is, honestly, surprisingly few. I feel like the bosses have had evolved Pokemon, but almost no one else has had fully evolved stuff. But hey, I am getting close to the end of the game, so maybe they'll ramp that up. Also, I should fight Dokkan again. I don't remember what he has, but you know what? I'm gonna fight him again. I know he has Gouldine. I know he had a Gouldine, and I know he had some other water type. He doesn't have his Quillfish anymore because I caught it. Okay, he has Quillfish and Gouldine. At these levels, they should probably be Seeking and Crawdaunt, but whatever. Also, seeing so many water types, maybe I should have put Ampharos out front. But either way, what I'm going to do is focus in on the Gouldine, because it'll have Peck, which realistically I probably shouldn't need to worry about. Either way, Psybeam just blasts Gouldine. So there goes Gouldine. I believe this guy also had a Linoon, so that will come in next. And I think I'm pretty safe, because realistically, the worst thing this thing can probably do to me is a stab headbutt. Which, don't get me wrong, Espeon probably still wouldn't appreciate, but still. That did not do all that much damage, but that's fine. And... okay, I'll fall just a tiny bit short, I think. I'll fall just a tiny bit short of getting level 43 from this. But either way, I think I can... okay, that actually knocked it out. Hopefully we'll get the level up, so I don't need to have the EXP share on Meganium for one more fight. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll lead with Meganium for the next fight, but I'll take the EXP share off it. I think that's probably my best play here. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly take EXP share away, put that on Ampharos. What does Ampharos even have? Oh, yeah, right, it has a Quick Claw. What? How did I forget that it had the Quick Claw? Anyway, I'm gonna head back down real quick. So I will make a quick cut, because realistically I need to take the elevator, heal, and then just kind of run all the way back up. So I will be back in... okay, for me it'll be like 30 seconds, but I'll just make a cut, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I basically just quickly went and healed, and now we can head on into the cave. So Ampharos will be moved to the front of the party after this first battle. And hopefully we can get through without too much hassle. So now we get to battle Sims again. I think most of the people in here just have the same dialogue, so I'm not reading anything they say really. Okay, so Anareth and Lombre. These levels have definitely gone up, and that... I think there was a Lotad last time, so you know what? Congratulations, Sims. At least one of you, at least someone around here has had a Pokemon evolve. Actually, no, I think her name was Totty. She also had a Pokemon evolve, because I'm pretty sure she had a Horsey the first time we came through, when she indeed had a Cedar. I mean, we one-shotted it, but still. Razor Leaf should now finish off Lombre, I think. It is low enough that it definitely doesn't take the hit. Bang, 10 out of 10, and with that, Meganium hits level 43, and we should be good to go for Meganium for now. So, Meganium levels up once again, and after this, Ampharos is going to get moved out front, because from what I recall from this area, a ton of people had it. A ton of people in this area had Lotads, so I'm hoping that every Lotad in here is now a Lombre, and that way I can probably just get a mountain of experience. Although realistically, maybe I should focus that on someone else, because I know that I have... because whatchamacallit, I know I have to fight Dakim again, and I know he uses Earthquake Protect strat, and I have to fight Ein again, and I'm pretty sure he uses... I'm pretty sure that in his second battle he uses Lightning Rod tech. But I think I can work around that. Okay, so let's move Ampharos out front. And hopefully we can just catch Ampharos up pretty quick. There isn't anything there, because we've already picked up all of the items in this cave. So let's hopefully get through here without too much hassle. Hey, buddy. Okay, you know what? I mean, that guy's actually kind of cooking. He's just like, yeah, battles turn on dumb luck. Yeah, they really do. That's kind of how Pokemon works. Like, you know, just one bad crit, one good crit, one bad crit it can do a lot. You know, I'm not someone who plays VGC. I'm not someone who really plays Smogon or anything. But at the same time, it's like I know so many horror stories of just, yeah, skulls burn. I mean, credit to... Actually, I don't think... Was Scald in Gen 8? I don't remember seeing it in Gen 8. Anyway, Scald burns. Like, a bad time a burn, bad time for a paralysis, anything. You know, there's just so much RNG going on in Pokemon battles. You know, it can turn a battle very quickly. Also, Ampharos is just getting a mountain of experience from the Pokemon in this fight. And Psybeam probably doesn't one-shot here, but it'll do enough. Actually, never mind, it does one-shot, okay. be honest, I'm starting to increasingly realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't underestimate Espeon's damage, especially when it's over-leveled against what I'm fighting. Because realistically, I probably should have come through here and done all of this before the Pyrite Colosseum challenges. But hey, you know what? I kind of like that guy. He's just like, you know what? You are my enemy, but you've earned my respect. I kind of respect that. Okay, is there anyone back here? No. I think this was the. It was the person who had. I'm pretty sure there's a bandana guy up here who has 4 loot heads. I think. I'm pretty sure it was this guy who had 4 loot heads. So hey, this guy. So Noxy, I'm pretty sure you should have 4 Lombres by now, right? I'd like to believe so. Well, he has a loot head and a Lombre, so at least one of them evolved. I don't know, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe he'll have a loot head, 2 Lombres, and a Ludicolo. He will not have a loot head, a Lombre, and 2 Ludicolos. But still, I'm just gonna blast him. Fake out, it's gonna just, you know, fake out. Turn 1 is a guaranteed flinch, so Ampharos is moving this turn. Psybeam will just do a nice chunk, if not just one-shot, if not just outright one-shotting the Lombre, because that is a 8th level gap, about to be a 9th level gap, because Espeon is very close to leveling up. And in comes a second Lombre. Okay, level 34. So realistically, I can just blast that one with another Psybeam. Because if the level 35 one didn't take the hit, I doubt a level 34 one would. Especially in this game, because, you know, it's not like the AI opponents have EVs and IVs and everything. Okay, the real question is, can the level 36 one take a hit? And realistically, the answer is, it doesn't matter, because even if it does, it's about to catch a Thunderbolt directly afterwards. And with that, Espeon hits level 44, and Ampharos will get about halfway through level 41 after the end of this fight. So Psybeam just blasts Lombre into... It does indeed live on no HP. And now we've got a completely overkill Thunderbolt. Only way that could have been more overkill would have been if it critted. But hey, with that, Noxy is dealt with very quickly. And we can move on. Yeah, we kind of did savage his team, huh? Because I think he got to do one move and it was his priority fake out. I like how some of the people in this cave just... They don't know what's happened. Also, I love how she's just like, excuse me, this is one-way street. Yeah, we're leaving the other way because we walked past you to get in. Okay, Lotad. It's a Graveler. I meant to mention the Graveler. Just went, but the Lotad. Oh, I'm having a whale of a time today. Okay, so I'm gonna Psybeam, and then I'll Thunderbolt into the Lotad. To be totally honest, I think I maybe should have Thunderbolted into the Graveler slot, just to kind of knock out whatever it replaces. But I don't remember what this lady has, so she might send out another ground type. Either way, Ampharos is going to be very close to leveling up soon. So once that hits 43, I might switch. Yeah, I'll probably switch on to Umbreon after I hit 43. Because realistically, as I've stated multiple times now, I really need to level up Umbreon. Also, if I was way smarter than I am, if I was playing this a lot smarter than I am, I would have put a Pokemon in the daycare when I got to 8-Gate Village. So now it would have gathered up just a mountain of experience and probably gone up a few levels. Also, so I can just purify that, add it to the team, even if I just kind of needed a switch in. Honestly, maybe I should have done that for Hariyama or Hitmontop. Either way, I think those would have been possibly some plays. To be totally honest, there have been times where I've been playing so far where I've kind of just been thinking, maybe I made the wrong choice with Sneasel, and maybe instead I should have gone with Gligar. But you know what? I can't imagine many people are using Sneasel in this game, so I'm more than happy to be the guy who's playing the slightly different setup. Because realistically, I imagine most people are probably using the starter. Most people are probably using Umbreon and Espeon, the starter, Ampharos, and some other thing. Because realistically, they're kind of good, you know? Because Umbreon and Espeon are fantastic. Ampharos is pretty much always good. But Johto's starter Pokemon are pretty solid. I mean, I say that at the same time. I don't know. I maybe shouldn't have targeted the Machop here. And by that I mean I don't know what's going to come in next. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like my team is a mix of a lot of the very common picks, and also a few that I just don't see much use. I think I'm going to leave that, because I already have one thing with Light Screen, and if I need it, I can just go and buy a TM for it. Okay, Camerupt. I Thunderbolted into that, so I'm not doing anything this turn. Okay. If nothing else, though, Ampharos has kind of just locked itself in for a amount of experience here. So I'm just going to Psybeam the Camerupt, Thunderbolt the Shalgon. Hopefully this Camerupt doesn't click Earthquake. Actually, I don't even know if it would one-shot here. And Thunderbolt does decent damage to... That did a ton of damage to Shalgon. I know that Shalgon is not exactly the most powerful Pokemon in the world. Dragon Rage is just 40 damage, so I don't need to worry too much. 10 out of 10, I'm at the point in the game where I would never need to worry about Dragon Rage again. Although, to be totally honest, when I was a kid, in one of my many playthroughs of Pokemon Ruby when I was a kid, I had a Pokemon that had Dragon Rage, and honestly, it really saved the day. Because, to be totally honest, I kind of ran out of PP somehow, and I pretty much just only had Dragon Rage left in the fight with Steven. So I eventually managed to finish him off with just Dragon Rage. But hey, that's just a slightly strange story of my, well, one of my many playthroughs of Gen 3 when I was a kid. Because I played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald a ton when I was a kid. And by that I mean I may or may not have had at least a few times where I finished the game, got, kind of saw credits and went, okay, cool, started the game again. Okay, so... I'll fight this trainer, and then I think I can go down. I'm pretty sure I can fight this person, then I can go down, and then there's the healing spot, I think. Okay, Lombre and Loudred. This should be a good chunk of the XP here, because these two have pretty decent HP stats, so I think I'm in a pretty solid position to get a lot of experience out of this. Ampharos might get a level up out of this. Like, it might do enough to adjust. If it doesn't get it over level, it'll be very close if nothing else. Okay, a Lombre, level 37 goes down in 1. That's 837 EXP. In comes a Slack Off. I wish this thing was at least evolved once. I mean, if it was a Slacking, that would have been amazing for my potential EXP gains. But hey, a Slack Off will have to do, I suppose. Still, 505 isn't too bad. Raw completely just doesn't do anything because we're a higher level. Because I believe Raw works on the logic of it intimidates the other Pokemon into going back into its ball. But at the same time, if my Pokemon's a higher level, it'll probably just go, well, why should I be concerned I'm a higher level? I can probably just wipe you out. Okay, so with that, Hunter Valen is defeated. His reputation is apparently tarnished. Buddy, no one saw. Buddy, no one saw that. Yeah, don't you worry about it, buddy. Like, nobody saw that, and also I've destroyed everyone in this cave and in the building leading up to the cave. I don't think you need to worry about it too much. Okay, so I believe this lady had... I think this was the lady who had the Dunsparce. Was it the Dunsparce, or was it the Swablu? I remember Sosh has one of the two, and I don't remember which. I mean, realistically, I already caught the Shadow Pokemon, so it doesn't make any difference here. So the plan here is we're going to be Psybeam with Mareep and Thunderbolt with Jigglypuff and see what comes out afterwards. And hopefully Ampharos should hit 43 from this fight, and then I should be good to go. Okay, that just completely one-shots the Mareep. No problems, no worries here. Oh, I feel bad about that now. Like, that Mareep did nothing wrong. Mareep is such a cute Pokemon. I love Mareep. Okay, Thunderbolt blasts Jigglypuff. Probably unnecessary crit there. And it just gets flattened. And Ampharos hits level 43. Fantastic. Now I can just double it in this Cacnea, and that should be it gone. Now I'm actually... No. I will put the EXP shell on Umbreon. That was me just having a momentary thought of, okay, but what if I just put it on Espeon, though? What if I put it on Espeon, though, so I would eventually get Psychic a little bit faster? Because I know I got Psychic in the late level 40s, early level 50s, and I feel like having Psychic would be super good. Oh, I have no room for it. Okay, so Quick Claw goes back on Ampharos, and Miracle Seed goes back on Meganium, and the EXP share goes on Umbreon, and now, just like old times, we lead with Umbreon and Espeon. Because I think I'm just going to stick with Espeon lead. I'm going to stick with Espeon lead until I get Psychic, I think. Or, I will make exceptions for it. If I know what they have, like if I know what the trainer has in advance, but at the same time, I do not remember what the trainers in this area have. So, let's just keep going, I suppose. I think there's only 4 or 5 more trainers in this cave. So, I think... I mean, okay, that... I think I beat Mira B at this point... I don't know, like... 6 to... somewhere between like 6 and 10 episodes ago. Actually, no, wait. I beat Mira B in episode 7. I finished the Shadow Pokemon Lab, I think, in episode 13. This should be like episode 16, 17, 18, somewhere along there. Yeah, buddy, you are a little bit behind the times. Either way, Umbreon and Espeon just doubling into one thing will just knock that out. So Lombre is gone, 300 EXP, 904 is very nice. And this Lombre will have either Rain Dish or Swift Swim. I will see which, depending on how quickly it moves. Basically, if this thing gets to move again, it had Swift Swim. It had Rain Dish. Basically, Rain Dish would heal it. Rain Dish would heal it a little bit, depending. Oh, maybe it does have Swift Swim. Because last time Umbreon moved first, I think. So... I guess even with a Swift Swim boost, my Espeon is still faster. I mean, to be fair, that makes perfect sense. Espeon is stupid fast. I mean, I say that, but I think it's base 110? I want to say it's base 110, because its special attack is base 130. Because I'm pretty sure its maximum special attack is 394. And I'm pretty sure that's the same as a good few others. Okay, so... I feel like I can make my way through without healing here. I know that I have a few more fights, so I'll probably do those before I go and heal before the final one. Okay, so that guy... I'll fight these two on my way back, because I believe I have 2 kind of Cypher peons to fight. And one of them is down here. I think she had Actually... I think the Cypher peon just passed this lady. I'm pretty sure she had poison types. So maybe just for that one fight I should put the EXP share on Espeon. Okay, Natu and Tentacool. This is actually perfect, because I can Psybeam with a Tentacool and bite the Natu. So that shouldn't be much of an issue. Either way, by the time I finish this cave, Espeon will be minimum level 44. Sorry, 45. minimum 45, might hit 46. I don't see 47 happening. I would love to see it hit level 47 by the time I leave this cave, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I think 45 or outside chance of 46. Bite onto Natu. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that that didn't knock it out. Honestly, Natu is a Pokemon I wish was better. It's a Pokemon I've always kind of wanted to use, but never really had much of a chance to. Because, to be totally honest, it just isn't very good. Like, it's not particularly fast, it learns moves way too late. Actually, no, wait, I think I did use a Xatu at one point. I know that... When did I use a Xatu? Oh, never mind. I remember, I did use a Xatu once in a playthrough, but it was not... But it was on... Basically, I recorded it, but never uploaded it. Because I was going to edit it together for a thing. But I will maybe come back to that at a later time, because since it was on my old PC, I don't actually have that anymore, so, yeah, I would need to redo it. And... You know what, yeah. Just for maximum Espeon convenience, I'm actually going to put the EXP share on Espeon here, because I'm fairly certain that this lady has poison types. I'm pretty certain. Okay, Cypherpeon Sama has Lily Pincilio. Was it the other one? Was it the other Cypherpeon who had that? You know, I have the game guide within arm's length, so let's just quickly open up the guide and see if I can find it. Okay, Village, Pyrite Cave. No? Oh. I have made up the other... It turns out I have made up the other Cypherpeon. Oh, I'm doing great today. Also, fun fact, this game guide, the Prima game guide from the Brady Games guide from 2004, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't actually list this, the boss at the end here as existing. It also, now that I'm flipping through it, it also doesn't mention the 4th challenge in the Pyrite Colosseum, because it counts of the one that you do in the story as the first one, so it only lists the other 3. So, yeah, it's definitely an imperfect guide, and my one is actually falling apart. It's kind of held together by sellotape, hopes, and dreams. And, yeah, realistically, I know, it's one of those things where I still just look back at it. Like, I bring it up every now and then, like, and just kind of look through it, but I never really use it. But hey, it's a nice little thing to have, just on the off chance. Although, I also have the one for this game's sequel, and the one from XD is actually significantly more helpful. I mean, realistically, I probably wouldn't need it for that either, because, honestly, when I eventually do XD, I'll be honest, I'm not doing everything in that. I'm not doing all of the Ore Colosseum stuff at the end. So don't quote me on that though, because I know my luck. I'll probably like do most of that game and then just go, okay, but why not? What if I did just do it? Okay, Espeon got a nice chunk of EXP. That realistically I should have had on Umbreon. Okay, yeah. EXP share's going right back on Umbreon, and it is staying there for a little while. Okay, so... Also... I really do wish they had new lines, because, like, surely as a Cypherpeon, they would know that Mirakle has already been defeated. It's like, yeah, why are they still here? It's like, buddy... don't you have evil organization stuff to do? Were you never actually part of the team? Either way, maybe I should play a little bit more carefully because Espeon is on very low health. I say very low health, it's been through like 12 fights or something and has just dropped to half. Either way. Okay, you know what, I quite like how this guy doesn't seem to have any This guy doesn't really seem to have any kind of opposition to us. He's just like, oh, hey, it's you again. What's up? Okay, now I got to play fun is an operative word, mini game here called Does This Fortress Explode? And I am going to answer that by saying, I don't know, and I'm going to answer that by saying, I don't know, and Espeon is not going to be the one to find out. Now, I'm switching out to Octillery, partially because it has decent physical defense, and to maybe soak the explosion, but also, more importantly, it also has Psybeam in case he sends out a poison type next. And Shuppet just gets wiped out in one. That Shuppet should have actually become a Banette 2 levels ago, but still. Now, what is his other Pokemon? He has a Coughing, so switching into Octillery was a double good idea. Fortress goes for Swift, that won't do a whole lot, but it would miss. So that hits for a nice and powerful 10 damage, and then that was... I'll be honest, I wasn't paying much attention. I don't know how much that actually did. Either way, we're going to go for Psybeam and Bite, I guess. I'll just double into the Coughing just to get it off the field. I'll just double into the Coughing, get it off the field, and then double into the Fortress next turn. To be totally honest, Fortress might take a hit. The Fortress could, outside chance, maybe take a Bubble Beam. Actually, what am I saying? Fortress is really good defensively. It is a fortress, anyway. Okay, so, Umbreon is on 99 HP. That did 9 that time, and that does 9. Okay, that does very little. I don't need to worry about it. As in, I could probably just call for like 15 turns in a row and I'd still be safe. That was a completely arbitrary number. I know that 15 times 9 would be enough to knock out both of my current Pokemon. And a crit Bubble Beam takes out the Fortress. Fantastic. I don't need to worry about that anymore. I'm pretty sure... Wait. No, I did catch it. I just had the moment of, I'm sure that there's a Shadow Fortress in this game. Turns out I've already caught it and just kind of blanked it out from my memory. Okay. So, let's go and fight this guy and then heal up, I think. Because we are very close. We are very close to the boss. I mean, I say that, I probably should have ended off the episode like 17 minutes ago, but whatever. Okay, Loudred and Lotad. Man, I love Lotad. It's such a cute, goofy little Pokemon. Either way, Lotad is going to kind of just get ignored for now, while I just blast this Loudred off the map. So, Psybeam will probably one-shot, and if it doesn't, Bite his vet clean up. But no, Loudred gets dropped in one. If that was an X-Cloud, that would probably give a real massive chunk of EXP. 729 is still respectable. And in comes a Metang. Well, that's a minor annoyance, but okay. Bite should do a decent amount. Bite would do actually a lot. Bite would do so much damage if I was playing with whatchamacallit, the updated type matchup chart. Because Metang being Steel type means that Bite being a Dark move hits neutral in this game. But in Gen 6 onwards, Bite is normal, while Dark is normal on Steel, so it would actually do super effective damage. Either way, I'm just going to double into the Metang until I knock it out. Because realistically, this is by far the most threatening Pokemon I'm dealing with, and a crit Bite takes it out. Well, I guess that kind of... I mean, realistically, yeah, a crit, and... Yeah, a crit van a super effective hit, close enough. Because realistically, you know, it's it's neutral in this game, super effective in Gen 6 onwards. And now, I don't really need to worry about this Lotad, because it is doing next to no damage. So now I'm just going to double into the Lombre, get that off the field, and Lotad will be the last thing to fall. I don't need to worry too much about it. There goes the Lombre, so that is that sorted out. And now, I am now just free to double into the Lotad if need be. And honestly, I feel kind of bad for doing so, because it's just a Lotad, it's just a little guy. But Psybeam finishes it off, and that crit was uncalled for. Like, don't get me wrong, I love seeing my Pokemon get crits, but that was uncalled for. I would have loved to see that crit when I get to a boss fight. But hey, who knows? Maybe I just have good luck in this game. Okay, so there's one more trainer before the boss, so I'm going to go fight them, and then I'll run back and heal before I go and challenge the boss. So, what do we... No. I'm sure there's one more person. I'm dead certain there's one more person here. Did I... thought... Oh, no. Hang on. Wait. I think I've accidentally missed someone. I could have sworn there's one more trainer in here. I am dead certain there's one more trainer in here that I haven't battled yet. Are they down here? No. You know what? I have the guide on my desk. Perfect time for me to use it. Yeah. Oh, I know where they were. I think. They were back here. No, they were up, then I go down the area, and then I think there was another path that I didn't take, and I think they should be over there. But at the same time, they don't really have much that's a potential threat to me, so I don't need to worry about them. But hey, EXP is EXP, you know? I will take any experience boost that I can get in this game. To be totally honest, I am still holding on to... where are they? There they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm still holding on to those 3 rare candies that I found right before I fought Venus. I'm mostly keeping a hold of those because realistically, I might as well just save them until right at the end. I might as well save them until right at the end, just get a final level boost if I need them. You know, because ultimately, using a rare candy at level like 49 to get to 50 is ultimately going to be better value than if I used it to get from like 32 to 33. I'll be honest, I just picked 2 arbitrary numbers as that. Either way, I'm going to focus down the Linoon, because obviously it's the evolved form, it's significantly more of a threat. Shadow Ball! Honestly, that could one-shot. What was I worried about? That did nothing. Okay, it did a bit over a third. Still less than half. I don't know what I was worried about. Either way, Linoon gets dropped by a bite, and this person's other Pokemon is another Zigzagoon. It's another Linoon. Okay, so the first time, and they have Pin Missile. Please target Umbreon. You know what? That's fine. That does no damage. I did no damage. What was I worried about? I mean, I say that. Watch as I now have to deal with another Shadow Ball. Oh, actually, watch as this next Shadow Ball actually just one-shots. Watch as it now actually wipes me out. It went for Slash, okay. But honestly, if that critted, that probably would have done more damage anyway. But regardless, we now just land the bite, take out the Linoon, and we are good to go. So, there goes Linoon. I will say, I do like Linoon. Actually, that reminds me, I also need to go back to the outskirt stand, because you can fight Willy again. Like, the first guy you fight in the game, you can fight him again. Actually, I think I could have fought him again ages ago, but just haven't. I should probably go and do that. Because realistically, while he won't give a mountain of experience, hey, EXP is EXP. And Espeon just one-shots this Zigzagoon, and we can be on our way. I will say, I do like Zigzagoon. It is a cool, cute little Pokemon. And Umbreon will definitely be leaving this cave if at least at level 40. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick cut, because I'm just going to run back and heal again. So I will be right back. Okay, so I quickly just ran back to heal, because now we have a boss fight to deal with. You know, just as soon as I actually run back over there. But hey, we'll be there in about 15 to 20 seconds. And this should be the last battle of the day, unless there's a secret opponent on my way out of here that I've just never known about. Okay, so now we head on over back to where we initially found Mirror B. Also, this is amazing how much faster this is when I don't have to worry about catching things. Okay, so because here is a very mysteriously dressed Cypher peon. Also, if you missed anything, you can come back through here. So, now, let's go and battle this guy. I want to look at my party real quick, just to make sure I'm leading with the right thing. Umbreon and Espeon. You know what? Yeah, I'll just lead with Umbreon and Espeon. I can't really go wrong with it. I'm Mirakle B. I'm Mirror B's rightful successor. Gonna get me an afro. Also, I hope you're prepared for the best, worst bit of music in the entire game. Classic. Okay, so, he leads with Seeking and Electrode. I remember the first time I played this game and actually found this guy, I was baffled. I was amazed and I was baffled by this man's existence. Okay, so, I am going to focus down the Electrode, because realistically the Electrode could explode, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So we just, you know, blast the Electrode with a Psybeam. Confusion is pretty good. And I should do whatever. It sets up light screen, okay. That could actually be a bit of an annoyance, is what I would be saying if I didn't have a clean switch in for a Pokemon that can get through those. Okay, so Electrode goes down. Fantastic. Potential explosion threat is nullified. Static comes through, though. So Umbreon goes up to level 40. Very nice. In comes a Linoon. Okay, so Waterfall lands. Whoever that targets, we just eat that. Okay, I said Espeon was going to eat that. I didn't think it would eat that hit quite as well. However, now I switch out to Sneasel, and I guess I just bite the Seeking, I suppose. To be totally honest, maybe I should have switched Umbreon out, because Umbreon would still gain a lot of EXP from the EXP share. Headbutt comes through, Stab Headbutt does pretty decent damage, but I don't think I need to worry too much. Horn Attack does also decent damage, but either way, now, Umbreon just manages, well, Umbreon lands Bite on Seeking for basically no damage, but that's okay, because realistically, I am targeting Brick Break onto Linoon. I'm gonna just try to confuse the Seeking, I suppose. Brick Break shatters through the light screen and one-shots the Linoon. Fantastic. So, yeah, we are kind of blazing through this fight. He now sends in a Sand Slash. Okay. And Horn Attack will do a decent chunk, I think. Okay, I think it's time for... I think Sneasel has had its fun, but I think it's time for me to maybe switch Sneasel out. Because realistically, Sneasel has kind of served its purpose here. I got rid of the screen. That's all I really wanted from it. So I'll switch Meganium, and... you know what, I'll switch Umbreon out and bring Espeon back in. To be totally honest, I imagine that Psybeam on... yeah, Psybeam on Seeking and then Razor Leaf is probably enough to bring down both of these Pokemon. And then we should only have one Pokemon left, I think. Actually, no, wait, is it Obvious' last Pokemon? He had Seeking, he had Linoon, he had... Seeking, Linoon, Electrode, Sandslash. He has 5 Pokemon. I don't know what his last one is yet, though. But either way, we'll be finding that out in probably about 30 seconds, won't we? I Psybeamed the wrong target, but that's totally okay. Psybeam probably just one-shot here. Okay, yeah, Sandslash. I love Sandslash. I think it looks so cool, but man, it does not have special defense. And his last Pokemon is, okay, rather appropriately, a Sudowoodo. And, well, regardless, it's still super effective. So, Seeking manages to take that, and Sudowoodo will also take the hit. And, okay, yeah, next turn this fight is over. So, apologies to Mirakle B, but this fight is, not quite going the way he probably hoped. You know what? Meganium can, secure both kills. Espeon can give it a little helping hand. I mean, I say that mostly because I don't think I've actually used Helping Hand much in this playthrough, and I can get a lot more use out of it than I've been using. And I can get more better use out of it than I've been using. Okay, so Seeking goes down, Sudowoodo gets critted, and this fight is over. Now, the real question is, does anyone gain a level? Probably not. No, Umbreon might be close, but with that, Mirakle B is defeated. My dreams! You've ruined my dreams of getting an afro! I don't think those two things are correlated, but okay. Darn! I don't care if no one agrees, I'm still the rightful heir to Mira B, even though my hair hasn't grown to a full afro do. Okay, so with that, Mirakle B is defeated, and we can head on out of here. So what I'm going to do is quickly just make a cut to when I get out of here, and then I'll go and end off today's episode. Actually, no, I guess I'll just do the outro while I'm going back. So today we managed to make our way all the way through the building in Pyrite Town, through the cave, and fight Mirakle B, and also got a good amount of levels. So next time I think it may finally be time. Next time, it might finally be time to take on Realgam Tower. I don't know for certain, but I think it may well be. So, what I'm going to do is continue to head on out of this cave and end off today's episode here. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time. And I'll hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon Colosseum as I either challenge the Under Colosseum, because I still need to do some stuff there, or as I begin to take on Realgam Tower. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I am going to end off today's episode here. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.